Hello, welcome back to Paddling Pool 229. My name is Skeffadillions, and I am here with Genie7 for this very exciting single limb bracket stage between Octopi and Bronze Kneecap. Genie, are you holding on to your sock?
Yeah. Well, they're both on my body, on where socks go.
Yeah.
On
your hand?
No. Yes,
Fingertips?
but no. My pockets. My goodness.
Yeah.
Real.
I only speak the truth.
Truth. Okay, that's the truth that we're going for. The truth that we are looking at is that both these teams are pickups, and we are going to be looking at a great game between them. Zones on Brightwater Springs is where we're going to start off. Not surprised at all to see Potato back on that E-Liter, and I know that Krim knows that Potato knows that they play E-Liter, so Krim will go back to their E-Liter comfort pick, which I have not seen Krim rock since the big
That's
house.
crazy. I haven't seen Krim on the leader in forever. A fellow Arizonan as well.
Yep.
Very excited to watch them play, and we do see relatively similar comps. Except the difference here being Bronze Kneecap running that 52 gal, and I do like that for trying to forcefully take Octopi's elbow.
Yeah, and I think they found a member on the low ground, and they will. They're going to punish it out as a team. Great idea and great push together. Now that Killer Whale is out, they're trying to find some more splats with it. It's gonna cause a lot of chip damage, but nice shot from Potato coming out of that ink really quickly. Unfortunately, peeks her head just a little bit too top, and Krim able to get two snipes really quickly in order.
Okay, something I want to see here on Zones Brightwater, which is something I wish more teams would do more, is when the opponent is in control of your elbow, maybe just all forward drop left trust, and that's something that we see Luna there on that left side trying to do, but it's not something that a shot can do by themselves, even one as talented as Luna, Genie.
I know, and they're gonna have to jump out. At least they do. They have two special on the side of Octopi. They're gonna have to use them to their advantage, because right now, Bronze Kneecap are so far pushed up. One push will end it. We are gonna see a flank from the Wiper. There goes one Zuka shot, two Zuka shots. Can they find anything with this third? It has to find some value. They at least get one splat. Can they find something with a hammer? No, it's not. They're gonna be able to neutralize the zone and cap it really darn quickly, and they find all the spots that they need, and Krim is out of there.
Yeah, Krim is able to jump out. So my next question is, can Octopi lock out as strongly and dominantly as Bronze Kneecap did? And we do see Potato trying to take some very aggressive shots here, but Bronze Kneecap also farming for specials as we go.
This is a great spot from the leader, but they know that Krim will exactly where they're going to be standing. We are going to see that Whale out. At least one shot from the Zuka rings true with Luna. They are going to be falling, and they need their teammates to stay alive, but they can't. That's going to be a wipe, but Bronze Kneecap come back with an easy cap.
And we see that they did go around on that flank in order to be able to retake that zone there. And I believe this is the Stamper, the Wiper there, trying to just wait for some time, waiting for the members of Bronze Kneecap to commit. But look at this, you have three of them there in their elbow, and only Lucas there on that left side alone by himself. I want to see Octopi taking the fight to the stragglers.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Potato goes down. The lobby's just up in their space, up in their spawn. The zone is ticking down. Good Zuka shot again from Luna, but they need a little bit more. They need to find some connection on this last member who's just chilling. They have... Oh my goodness, they stalled for long enough for that the Zuka lineup was going to be good. Potato, they have to paint the zone now. Rice has to find some shots down there. They're at least able to neutralize it. Here comes the Ultra Stamp. Should be able to cap the other side. Rice can't go down to the shots, and they live through Krim's onslaught of fire.
Octopi refusing to go down without quite the fight, but Krim getting a pick as they try and take their elbow. That's going to slow their re-engagement here. But the zap very quickly right back on in as Octopi is about to clear their penalty.
This will be tight. Can Octopi hold on? They're going to break through their penalty in just a moment. Both teams have Wipers on the zone. Lots of chip damage. Two members of Bronze Kneecap go down, make that three before they can really get a use out of that Tacticooler. This is massive. Krim needs to stay alive, or they need to find something, because Octopi can run away with this game.
Yeah, and look how close this is going to be. That Zuka's out, and they're really buying their time in between their shots. That's exactly what you want to see when the objective here is to buy your team as much time as possible. Getting the pick on Bungie there means that they're gonna have less paint in the zone. That's a lead for Octopi, but can they KO this Genie? It sure looks like they can. And what a comeback there from Octopi, taking game one.
Everybody thought Octopi was down and out.
Yeah.
Everyone, it just looked so clean from them. They had splats with their charger, splats from their specials. They had splats coming up from bombs, but we just couldn't close out that map when they needed to. And Octopi they were resilient enough to stay in that map. Remember, everyone, this is single elim, part of the bracket. So for Octopi, they can eliminate Bronze Kneecap with a map win here on Barnacle and Dime.
This map's so interesting to me because I've been studying Barnacle and Dime pretty extensively over the past couple of weeks. Personally, for me, it's a problem map for not one of my teams, but both of them.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, and shut up, Jeannie.
Whoa.
For those who don't know, Jeannie started a reverse sweep in a tournament on this map mode. So it's a bit personal coming from you, gamer. But the thing that I think we struggle most with it, and I think most teams struggle most with it, if people understand that they need to take plat to plat right, and they tend to do that really quickly, but the stabilization around either one of those plats is really where things come into play. Also, displacement specials are so important here. Tactical are an extremely meta and dominant special. It will allow you to feed a little bit with Reckless Abandon, but if your opponents have such a fantastic and strong control of your own snipe, feeding in isn't really going to dislocate them. What you really, really need is an AoE displacement special, and I don't think that the current meta runs enough of them. And so I'm really looking forward to see how team comps change here on this map in particular and evolve over time, because I do think that this map mode does present some unique but socially acceptable challenges.
Yep. There's a good way to get through the lockout. You know, you hit your Wii U gamepad and you hit that right trigger to use your special, and you hit the gamepad screen on the map where you want to send the ink strike. Wait, oh sorry. What do you mean they're split into 3 now? Crazy.
Yeah.
Gamers don't remember that. And Potato's gonna be sticking on that leader. This is a good map for leader, and Crim as well. I guess I'm not surprised.
Fascinated.
Not overly surprised. I've firsthand, as a former teammate of Crim, have seen that they can use that thing extremely well.
What fascinates me here is the switch to Wiper Deco from Octopi. In terms of a stabilization force on those snipes, those beacons are going to be exactly what Octopi needs in order to plant their feet in the ground and also be able to re-engage quickly, especially given that they're running that end zap. Also, in terms of displacement specials, missiles do be kind of king, G.
Yeah, they will be. You can't tell somebody that 5-star reflex that missiles aren't still good in this game. They are, especially in this situation. If you pop missiles when you have all those clams ready to go, it could be massive. Unfortunately, they don't have them quite ready. They do have some clams. Are they trying to go forward with them? They at least get one spot, but they go down in more trades. The tactical cooler is alive, meaning that the jumps will be in fast. Labby, though, able to stay alive and get one spot and really kind of slow down this push and at least stop it in the tracks, I think.
Fantastic.
Oh, hold up, a double in the back.
Whoa. That was something, GD. I was gonna say fantastic stall there for Bronze Kneecap. Octopi running this very, very effective zombie comp with those beacons and that tacticooler. So the fact that they were able to clear them out of their snipes so efficiently is a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, we are gonna see that Potato's gone, meaning that range advantage that Octopi is gonna lose. At least Luna's able to find one. Can they find a second one? No, they won't. The 52 gal finding the 2 shots that they needed at the perfect time. Can they find some more? They do find them on the right. Have to watch out because Potato trying to get those top shots connection. They are going to jump out, but oh my goodness, the Wiper comes in at the last moment. Absolute hero play to keep their healer alive, but they forget that the basket is going to be open now for Bronze Kneecap. The Wiper is gone. Zuka is out. Can more clams follow this up, Skep?
I don't think so. Well, maybe a little bit, but not much. It's not going to be... Well, actually, I take it all back, Genie. Bronze Kneecap having control of Octopi's top right does mean that this is going to be a sustained push. Especially if Crim can back up here and maintain control of Snipe. They can just simply come back swinging, given that they do have control of all of the clam pods in mid.
Yeah, I'm actually amazed with this push, because you don't see this from clam like teams at all. Like, they got the push, they had members up, but they just didn't like feed themselves in to just get kills. They at least stayed alive, and they still have those spawns, meaning that their next push is going to come in very, very fast. The shots trade, but that's okay as long as you can get your clam into that basket, and they do. There's going to be the Wiper who's trying to run away with their own power clam. They're stalling out just long enough that their team can get 2. Crim's able to find their opposing number, but Luna, that Zuka, goes big and shuts the door on Bronze Kneecap.
And we see that they no longer have any members of their own on Octopi's snipe. Oh, I take that back. They do have the tacticaler up there. There's 2 members there. So make that 3. They're going to have to clear them out if they want to be able to retake this. But Luna get a little bit greedy there along with the Wiper and does get shut down thanks to those suction bombs. Brahms Kneecap, they do have that tacticaler out, but it doesn't look like those 2 other members managed to grab it before it despawned.
No, the shot is still just chilling here. They do have that buff. They have this power climb, but against an Eolator, power climb is even more scary because it's like echolocator on you at all points in time.
And here comes that to the lead back. Potato does get that pick on that clam holder, but they're getting picks here. Octopus getting picks, but they're not able to break in. Consistently dying to stray bombs or just off angles coming up from Bronze Kneecap.
Yeah, and those missiles, I can't help to say, but I think they're used a little early. They might get 1 splat out of it, and actually no, they don't. Levy gets 2. There's no way that Levy has 4 missiles on them and able to find a way. But Luna is from behind. 1 Zuka shot. Gets 1. Can they find more? Krim, the tap shots, comes up clutch with that big 60 hitbox. Luna's still here. Still fighting. Can she hold on? No. And I think that jump will be camped, but it won't be punished in time. The Wiper's still alive. Gets another spot. What am I watching here, Skip?
You're watching an absolute just back and forth splat fest here, in the literal sense, Genie. And Bronze Kneecap in control of Octopi's choke. Realistically, the longer that they hold this, the less time the Octopi has to push. If Octopi manages to get a hold of a clam right now, which they don't, they have 70 seconds in order to be able to push, which is not substantial. Not only that, but in order to push, they need to be able to clear their own snipe. There's only 1 member here, but the longer that we see Bronze Kneecap contesting this snipe, the more favorable this outcome might be to them.
We're getting into that last 30 seconds time. 2 power climbs for Octopi will not net them the game. They need a little bit more than just that. We are going to see 1 run in and absolutely get punished. The Wiper is in. They're able to find 1, but they need a lot more than just 1. The trade is out, but that's not enough. 22 seconds on the clock. We do see that Rice is up, is in mid. They have to watch out. Potato couldn't land the connection on that snipe. There goes Luna's Zuka. Can they find anything with this? They're just scratching at the wall. What can they find? What can they claw at? Rice is down. The power climb is on the ground. Labby is here. Labby's stalling. The power climb has now been caught by the Wiper. What do you have so far to go? And overtime is going to start ticking away.
We're looking at 20 seconds remaining for Octopi in order to be able to not only gain and score that power climb, but pull lead. And given that that's 2 down and we're at 10 seconds remaining, that's going to be nigh impossible for them. We see that Bronze Kneecap is 2 down, but how much ground is there to cover before that clam spawns? And that's it. GG's. We're looking at game 3 here in our the first match of our single elimination stage, Genie.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. That was a beautiful game, though, out of the Bronze Kneecap with how... just take notes, everyone. On their first push, they got the power climb in the basket. They got the splats. They had control of that the area underneath the basket. But they didn't feed just because they didn't have the clams to keep the basket open. They stayed alive. They kept members up in front to hold control but they kind of leashed back. So they didn't have to hold the direct choke point. They just held around the choke point so that when Octopi tried to run through, they all got splatted, and Bronze Kneecap still had clam spawns, and they had clam advantage. They didn't get a lot into the basket after that, because I guess clams spawned in their own spawn, but they played it how you're supposed to play Clamblets.
Yeah, you know, I also want to talk about something else, Genie, but the point that you bring up and summarize is excellent, and you have you've hit the nail on the head there. So, for our lovely Valorant fans in chat, you might have watched Fnatic get 13-1 recently by DRX, and I know that might mean nothing to the vast majority of our Splatoon players, but really, how DRX did that is every single time Fnatic popped some sort of utility, DRX pushed in opposition to that. And something that I want to point out is when those missiles came out from that from a Wiper Gecko, that's exactly what members of Bronze Kneecap did. They acknowledged that Octopi was going to be pushing with those missiles, and then pushed right back at them, using their own special as an oppositional go button. And honestly, that was kind of beautiful.
I love how you broke that down, but unfortunately half our viewership won't know it, and I'm so sad about that. I wish I had more time to break it down. I will say that Potato swapping over to that the VAC charger, the regular charger, will be a big pickup for Octopi. They got 3 down, they've got an advantage, they have to watch out because Lucas has Azuka. Dustin is not going to matter, as it all gets eaten up by that VAC.
And remember, this is game 3, Squids and Octos, meaning that whoever takes this set will be moving on in our bracket, and whoever doesn't will be going home, and we'll see them next week. Octopi getting down to 35 remaining here. Quite a large push, but honestly, I expect to see both teams push harder than this.
I completely agree with you, especially knowing what their comps are. I feel bad for Crim staying on the E leader and hold up. This push is not fully done because the jumps are in, and this is Octopi. They're gonna be able to grab this Rainmaker. Right's gonna grab it all the way down to 21. That is strong. That is the headbang wall on that right side that you did see. So that is a good little Splatoon 1 style checkpoint, as I always like to say, of this map. That 21 points.
And with that pick coming out from Krim, we will see 2 down on the side of Octopi, and Bronze Kneecap able to break back into mid. They have the Rainmaker in their hands, and we do see that whale coming out. That's going to allow Bronze Kneecap to start contesting elbow and applying some sweet, sweet hot chip. Just Luna over there, though, and I would be concerned about that shot still being an elbow, but Luna pushes forward, gives up that position, and that allows Bronze Kneecap to come in, and while they do lose the Rainmaker, oh man, a little bit of a flub there from Bronze Kneecap because they did have that elbow given Luna's forward position.
Yeah, and now they're gonna go down. Oh, hold up. The members of Bronze Kneecap are still here. The gal's still alive, and that's really good. They've gotten the spots that they need. Labby's still just behind, gets another one, gets a third one, and somehow dodges that shot. Here goes that Rainmaker pop. They should be able to get this first checkpoint, but they gotta watch out because Potato's already here and ready, and they don't have a vac to make it easy.
Yeah, and while that Zuka does come out, it's too late in order to stop that checkpoint. We see Bronze Kneecap quickly popping that Tacticooler, getting 2 down on the side of Octopi. This looks like we might see a little bit of a reverse, Uno reverse card coming out here, if you will.
Here they go, here they go, can they get it?
And we,
27,
oh my gosh, 24 remaining, but Bronze Kneecap still holding man advantage here. They might be able to get the repop, but it does look like Octopi is contesting it rather handedly.
Yeah, and they won't be able to, and that's going to be the Wiper grabbing it and running off the map. Oh my goodness, beautiful movement just to get that thing out of there. That is exactly how you need to play it. Labby gets punished as well. Krim staying back, staying alive, has jumps for their team, but they cannot fall here. They cannot fall now. Luna is going for it. Luna went a little bit too deep for that one.
Yeah, and Bronze Kneecap does come out on, oh, what's this on this left side of the map? It does look like the 52 count here is going for pop, but they end up losing that one out. The Enzap, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but does pick up the fish, does start trying to contest, but the Zuka comes down from Luna, but it doesn't find the fish. Look at all these pot shots happening in elbow, trying to just put something down, but it's not enough. The Rainmaker going down without much of a struggle there from Octopi.
No, and Octopi, I think they're content to just kind of camp this Rainmaker on the spot, and Krim doesn't know if the vac can hit you in that positioning. Just not enough gameplay against the vac yet. It's still a underappreciated, underutilized, and understood.
Right, you bring up an excellent point there. A lot of us haven't had to face VAC competitively. It's something that recently popped up in Japan and is now creeping up towards the West. We're starting to see VAC more and more often. What used to be considered just a undertow Rainmaker niche is now something that we should be expected to counter more often.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. And Krim's gonna be because Krim stayed on that E-litter, not Potato didn't want to accept that duel. I feel like Octopi has that speed advantage and that special advantage over over Krim. The little bit of range is not gonna help you all that much.
A minute left, and there's only a 3-point difference between our two teams, with Octopi in the lead. Octopi needs to maintain control of mid, but they are 2 down, so now the next question is, can they maintain their choke? That Zuka does come out and does get a pick on the Rainmaker, which does buy them some precious time, but will it be enough, given that Bronze Kneecap very quickly pushing into their elbow?
Yeah, Labby is already up there, trying to find some more space. They've used their killer whale to find 2 spots. They need to find a little bit more to help their team. We are going to be seeing this push happen. It's going to be tight, because I know that this Ultra Stamp is going to come down pretty darn quickly. A vac has been used. Wavebreaker is out. Labby goes down to the Ultra Stamp. Could not put any paint down due to the vac. Trying to find members. Both teams are losing members back and forth, and Krim is the last one alive. I don't think they're going to be able to stay alive. No, they won't. I don't know if Labby can even get to the Rainmaker in time. They are here, but they have to find the spot. But they're going to reset it with 10 on their clock?
Okay, yeah, that blows my mind, because in my mind, you inflate that and you hold your elbow and you set a line in front of it, resetting it gives Bronze Kneecap another chance to reset, and that's exactly what happens. Buzzy manages to grab, but the Zuka comes out clutch from Luna and seals the deal. That means that Octopi are winners of this set. Bronze Kneecap going home.
My goodness, I can't help to say that was a little bit of a panic.
A little sauce, yeah.
A little sauce. That's one of the ones where you either want to... You kind of want to leave the Rainmaker where it is, unpop,
Yeah, it worked out.
Unpop, or run home. Just run it home. Because yeah, that if Luna didn't come up clutch there, we could be in a very different scenario.
Exactly. Yeah, we could be sitting in overtime right now, but thankfully that Zuka did get a double there at the end. As members of Bronze Kneecap knew that they had to scramble for the Rainmaker, and they did. But that had me on the that had me on the edge of my seat for a second there, Genie.
Always, always, always. I gotta say it. Scorch Rainmaker. Skip, when we commentate it, it's always exciting.
It's always fire.
Always fire. But with that, we are going to be having a commentator swap coming up after this little break. So, Skep, before we sign off, where can the lovely people find you as I pull up the Dapple calendar?
Hi. Thank you for asking, Genie. My name is Skepidillions. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok at Skepidillions, as is seen on the bottom part of your screen. What about you, Genie?
I would like to welcome everybody to the I know it's not the end. I usually always pull up the Dapple calendar, but as August is wrapping down, we are going to be here in the Golden Week. The rare Paddling Pool and Squid Junction both having a golden celebration, 50 and 130 in the same week. I will be there on the second block of Squid Junction, so you can find me there, right here, coming up on Saturday. Right around this time, I will be starting to commentate with Pat. Speaking of Pat, he'll be up next. You can find my @ down there. You know where I am, and I'll be here and around more often now that my school schedule is nice. So I really need to set myself up. I want to shout out the events.
You can find both of us at Riptide coming up 2 weeks from today. Hopefully we'll be working together there, Genie.
I hope and I pray. I know we'll be there together having fun. But with that, our next match will be right around the corner with Pat and Chili Boy. 2 amazing commentators. Don't go anywhere. More action coming your way.
Stay fresh.